What a pretty sunrise. It's gorgeous. Isn't the sound of the leaves and the wind just kind of a peaceful sound? Well, you didn't click on this video to listen to the leaves. Oh, a bug just went my way. You clicked on it because you're interested in my review of the Puma Velocity 4. Now, the Velocity series of shoes is one that I've really enjoyed. I really enjoyed version 2. It was one of my favorite shoes back in, what was it, 2022 maybe? And then they came out with version 3, the Velocity 3, and I really liked that shoe. It had some nice little, upgrades and such, but I found that it wasn't a shoe that I continued to run in. I don't know, I moved on to other shoes. I didn't really think about it much. But now in version 4, and I'll just tell you straight out, I really like version 4. I think it's probably one of the best Velocity shoes to date. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. Consider joining the channel membership, only $1 a month, and it just goes to help support all the efforts that I'm trying to do here to inform and inspire. Moving on with the review, I'll be talking about the overall build quality and its comfort, the performance, and the value of the shoe. But first, voiceover Chad, why don't you tell us about some of the specs and features of the Velocity 4?
Puma states, whether you're chasing a personal record or just chasing that feeling, the Velocity 4 is built to move with you. Any runner, anytime, any distance. It can endure, perform, and exceed expectations. As for some of those specs and features, you get an engineered knit upper, which is 30% recycled, power tape reinforcements throughout the upper, NITRO foam midsole, which is nitrogen infused, Puma grip outsole rubber, a gusseted tongue, 36 millimeters of heel stack, 26 millimeters of toe stack for that 10 millimeter drop, weighing in only at 250 grams or 8.8 ounces in a men's size, and a US MSRP of $140. I should also state that Puma did send me this shoe for the purpose of review, but know that all thoughts and opinions are otherwise my own. Chad, back over to you.
So there's these people camping here next to the lake, and I smell like eggs and bacon and hash browns. It smells so good. Starting with the build quality and the comfort of the Velocity 4. Puma has always done a great job with build quality, this shoe being no exception to that. Very well made and good choice of materials. And with that comes good levels of comfort as well. This is your daily trainer, your shoe that you take out for most or all of your daily runs. You can use it for all distances, and the quality and the craftsmanship of this shoe reflect that. Starting with the upper, you get a really nice engineered mesh upper that is very breathable, very adaptable to your foot. I went with my typical size and it fits perfectly, just the right amount of length to be comfortable. Now version 2 and 3 were probably a little narrow on that fit, but in version 4 I feel like this shoe is probably the most accommodating. The laces are the right thickness, the tongue is gusseted and has just the right amount of padding, not too plush, but some nice thin dense foam that really helps protect your foot from those laces. I don't feel the laces, at least if you don't over tighten the shoe, you don't feel the laces across the top of your foot. Now in version 2 and version 3, that tongue was fully gusseted, which means that it was not only gusseted or held with some fabric on the side, but there was a piece of fabric that lined the entire inside of the shoe, like a second layer inside there. In version 4, you don't have that second layer. The tongue is gusseted with 2 pieces of fabric on the medial and lateral side of the shoe of your foot, helping to hold that tongue in place so it doesn't drift on you. It does give you just a little bit of that kind of hold across the top of your foot, but because there's not that second layer of fabric, it means that the shoe is way more breathable. So that second layer of fabric in version 2 and 3 does add comfort. In version 4, it's removed, but I don't feel like you're sacrificing any comfort. In exchange, you're actually getting more breathability, which I really appreciate. Now, one last thing about the tongue, and I'll show you here. For whatever reason, the way they designed the tongue is that it comes up right here on the middle of your foot. I don't know why they designed that. I kind of wish it just went straight across, kind of like a butterfly effect, but it is what it is, and I've never noticed this digging into my top of my foot at all, my ankle. It's a very soft, almost suede-like material right there, so not a problem. And then in the heel, you get some really good padding. It holds my heel comfortably and securely in place, just really nice. And you do get a bit of a flare right here as well, so absolutely no Achilles rubbing or redness at all. In fact, no rubbing or redness, hot spots, anything like that anywhere in the shoe. Speaking of hold, I do feel that overall my foot is held really nicely and securely and comfortably in place as well. Moving down the shoe and inside the shoe, you get just the standard insole with moderate to minimal arch support, nothing crazy like Nike. And then moving down into that midsole, that NITRO foam is fabulous. It is probably Puma's softest NITRO foam that they put in any shoe. Now I can't prove that, but from my experience, it's their softest foam to date. It's, yeah, very squishy, but still retains that NITRO bounce and responsiveness that you would expect. Now I do worry that for heavier runners, it might be too soft. It'll kind of end up bottoming out. That NITRO foam is extremely comfortable, but also fun to run in. And then moving down even more, that outsole grip, the Puma grip. Yes, Puma grip, always good, no exception here. Does its job perfectly well. It's just a good outsole that's grippy, but also fairly durable. So build quality gets a thumbs up from me, and comfort definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Good job, Puma. And the water levels of the lake are really low right now. It is fall, it's just now early October in northern Colorado. Oh man, these water levels are much lower than I normally see this time of the year. Now moving on with the performance of the Velocity 4. And I already alluded to it by mentioning that this shoe is one that you can use for all of your runs. So that should tell you it's a good high performing shoe, one that is great for its intended use. And I would even use it for the occasional kind of tempo or faster run because the shoe is so lightweight. 250 grams. That's a pretty lightweight daily trainer, and it just feels good to run in. This is one of those shoes where each individual component, from the Puma grip to that really soft but bouncy NITRO foam to the design and the fabrics, individually are great, but then comes together to form this expert shoe. It's kind of like in the movies when all the superheroes come together to fight bad guys. Yeah, they're even more powerful together. The upper is very breathable, it's distraction free, and then that midsole is just really nice to run in. It is a softer midsole, but I don't know, I kind of like it because then when I'm trying to take it really easy, it just feels really nice. But then you start to pick up the pace a little bit, and the more you put into it, the more it gives back, and so it becomes less plush and more responsive. It's, I don't know, kind of like a dynamic suspension system on a sports car. This shoe, that NITRO foam, is very dynamic in that sense. I really like it. in short, this has been a shoe that I've looked forward to running in. I want to grab it for that next daily run. I want to use it and put in the miles. I want to do all my runs in it, including my long runs. It's just provided a positive experience that is also high performing. So performance gets definitely a thumbs up from me. All right, so let's talk about the value of the Velocity 4 and compare it to a couple other shoes. I also failed to mention earlier, I've had this shoe out for many runs, about 50 miles, US MSRP of $140. I think that is very competitive. It competes with a couple other shoes, namely the Salomon Aero Spark. No, that's Skechers. The Skechers Aero Spark and the Salomon Aero Burst. Two shoes that I've also really enjoyed. The Skechers coming in at 130 and the Salomon at 140. I like the Velocity 4 the most out of those three. And considering the build quality and the just the materials that you're getting, and again, that nitrogen infused NITRO midsole, which is just fantastic. It's definitely a buy. I would recommend you buy this shoe. It is well worth the $140 price tag. So now this is the part of the video where I started to get out of breath because I'm not paying attention to my pace. All right, we're gonna walk for a moment, catch my breath, let my heart rate drop. I ran a 50-mile race a week ago and I think my body is still recovering. Check out that video, Red Feather 50-mile ultra. Awesome race, such a good time, but extremely difficult, and I almost didn't make the race on time, almost DNS'd. Alrighty, enough with that. Let me know what you think about the Puma Velocity 4. Is it a shoe that you are considering? Is it one that you've already bought? What's your experience been? Would you rather spend your $140 on a different shoe? Let me know, drop a comment down below. I'm enjoying my run on this beautiful, beautiful day down here at Boyd Lake in northern Colorado. Just a beautiful morning with that gorgeous sunrise. Enough jibber jabber, on with the run. Got to get back home. Just a few miles for today, nothing too crazy or long. I'll see you on the next video, I guess. Remember to be consistent, express gratitude, and enjoy every mile as I am today in the Puma Velocity 4. And I think you will enjoy every mile in this shoe as well. Alrighty, see you on the next video. Bye now.